I think it's been about perhaps 2 years or more since I've last driven a Porsche. So when I got an invite from Porsche Malaysia to come and drive the 718 Boxster, I jumped at it simply because it's been a while and it's not an EV, and hey, it's a Boxster. So the last time I have some fond memories with the Boxster, because when the previous generation model was launched, I actually went on an epic drive through Monte Carlo to experience the Porsche Boxster. Hence why when Porsche offered the 718 Boxster, I jumped at it. Now I know what you're thinking. The 718 Boxster has been in the market for a while already, so why now? Well, it's not so much about the car, but what it has to offer, because what you're seeing over here is a highly customized 718 Boxster. In fact, it has about 120,000 ringgit worth of options. What options? Well, I'm going to run you through that. But take the paint job for example. The paint job alone is roughly about 10,900 ringgit option. And these little things around the car, for example, these nozzles here, to have it painted in black is already a 900 plus ringgit option. It is fully loaded with options, so I'm kind of excited to drive this. And besides, this is the style edition, which means it's supposed to be a lifestyle thing, supposed to be good looking, supposed to be flamboyant. And judging from the way it looks, it is quite flamboyant. So let's check out the customization option first before we take it for a drive. Let's do this. I've already told you about the paint job and how much these nozzles cost. Now let me tell you about the lights, because these two are an option. These are the LED headlights with Porsche dynamic lighting system, and it costs 7,082 ringgit. Why is it so expensive? Well, it's not only really bright and such, and it has that iconic Porsche frog light daytime running lights, but it also sort of turns with the wheels. Not new technology, but it's an option. So good looking and functional as well. These 20-inch wheels are also an option. They cost 11,400 ringgit, and if you want them to be painted in this satin color, that's going to set you back a further 5,500 ringgit. So roughly about 17,000 ringgit, give and take, for this set of beautiful wheels. Now this may not look like much. In fact, it should look like it's part of the body. But guess what? If you want it to be painted in this black color, it's going to cost you 2,200 ringgit just to have it painted in black, guys. And this is actually the air vent that channels air to cool the engine. So it's not only good looking, it's also functional. Now we don't usually pay attention to tail lights because hey, tail lights, right? But if you wanted them to be tinted black like this on your Porsche, it's going to cost you 2,800 ringgit. Let that sink in. Exhaust. Another no biggie. We don't usually pay attention to it unless it's an acropovic system or whatever, but you usually can't see it here. It's all underneath, right? But hey, since you're back here, I'd just like to tell you that if you want your exhaust of your Porsche to be painted in black like they are over here, it's going to cost you a couple of ringgit under 2,500 ringgit. So you might as well assume it's 2,500 ringgit just to have it painted in black. Now these rollover hooks, well, they're there to keep you safe in case of an accident where you turn over or you roll over. But if you want them to be painted in the same color as the body, that'll set you back 2,300 ringgit. Now before we sit inside, check out these seats. They're fully electric seats and they will set you back 9,600 ringgit. And if you want them wrapped in this black leather, that's a further 6,900 ringgit. Now that we are inside, well, let's talk about the options here because this is killer. Take the steering wheel for example. This is the GT Sport steering wheel and it'll set you back 1,272 ringgit. And because it's a multi-function steering wheel, it'll cost you a further 2,159 ringgit. So roughly, just for the steering wheel alone, it's about 4,000 plus. Now let's talk a bit about the details. The side mirrors, for example, if you want it painted in body color, it's a further 1,372 ringgit. And if you want your seat belts to be painted in the silver, looks grand, but it's a further 1,272 ringgit. And guess what, guys? If you want your Porsche key to be painted in body color, that's a further 1,700 ringgit for the key. And let me put this back. Take these instrument dials over here, for example. If you want it to be painted in white, it's a further 2,200 ringgit. The customization in this car, and basically any Porsche, is insane. There are a couple of options that are also functional as well. Take the fuel tank for example. The standard fuel tank is 54 liters, but you can upgrade it for a further 10 liters extra for 64 liters for just 557 ringgit. In my books, I think that's not a bad deal to have 10 liters extra, because you go further for just 500 ringgit. That's a good deal. Now let's go take it for a drive, because these options are making me go wow. Now I want to feel how this car is like to drive. Let's do this. Alright guys, a bit of a confession. I've never really been a fan of top-down cars, convertibles, cabriolets, because as a Malaysian, our weather is not really, top-down friendly. It's either too hot or too wet. Well, I think Europe is probably the best place, especially in spring or in autumn. Of course, summer as well, but summers can be really hot as well. But hey, I'm in a 600,000 ringgit Porsche Boxster, and I would be a fool to not drop the top. What am I thinking? I'm gonna leave the windows up so that you can hear me. But anyway, the 718 Boxster has been in the market for a while already actually. It's nothing new. And the Boxster model is the entry-level model. So of course you have the 718 Caymans and such, but let's focus on the Boxster. Above this, you have the Boxster S, the GTS and such. But at 515,000 ringgit base price, this is the entry-level model. Powering the Boxster is a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Now, Porsche has come under considerable fire over the years for adopting a 4-cylinder engine, but that's old news. I'm here to tell you that it produces 300 PS, 380 Newton meters of torque, 0 to 100, 4.1 seconds, and that is with the Sport Chrono package. If you don't have the 13,000 ringgit Sport Chrono package, which is basically the go faster, go harder package for all Porsches, it will do 0 to 100 in about 4.5 seconds. But because it has the Sport Chrono package, it's faster, it's more responsive, and basically more hardcore. 0 to 200 is seen off in 17.8 seconds. And now, because it also comes with the optional exhaust kit, it also sounds really good. I'm about to come up to a toll plaza, but I'm gonna floor it for you after that, because this thing sounds glorious. Again, what am I thinking? I might as well floor it now. Ding, ding, ding. You ready? Woo! It might be entry level and all that, but underneath it all, it's still a Porsche. So 2 liter or what? Wow! And basically the Boxster cars have been sharpened over the decades. Gone is the notion that Boxsters are soft and Boxsters are for women, because it is still very much a Porsche. It handles like one too. So it's been sharpened, it's been chiseled, it has a fantastic chassis, and the handling is just beautiful. So it's no longer that soft package, it's no longer for show, it's none of that. It is purely a fun, good looking machine. And now with this style edition, which is basically what this model is, the model that I'm sitting in, I'm talking about, it blends like flamboyant good looks in a package that is just oh so wow, truly. But if you want more power, of course there's the Boxster S for that, and then the GTS models, but those are of course more expensive. But on the topic of the car that I'm sitting in right now, the Boxster, the 718 Boxster Style Edition, well, of course it has all the customization options, so you do not have to log on to the Porsche website, which is one of my life's mission, to be able to customize my own Porsche one day. But anyway, I think that's one of the must do things that at least once in your life you have to be able to customize your own car. Anyway, besides all of that, you don't have to go to a showroom, pick and choose, and then wait for the car to be delivered to you. Right now, Porsche Malaysia has basically done everything for you. And it has done so in a flamboyant package. One that is not only good looking and stylish, but it also has the performance to match its looks. I know what you're thinking about a standard Boxster, but guys, you can't argue with 300 PS. You can't argue with 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. Do you really need to be going anywhere faster than that? Well, you could. But in a package that costs 630,000 ringgit, slightly less in fact, this is plenty good. And I just love the way this thing handles. And it sounds so good. So the 718 Boxster has always been a package that balances fun and flamboyance. In terms of design, it looks like it belongs on the streets of Monte Carlo, but it will do just fine around the streets of Kuala Lumpur, or perhaps even a top-down drive to Genting Highlands. Now, in terms of fun, you might think that, hey, it's just powered by a 2-liter engine. But guys, the way it delivers on that 300 PS, that 380 Newton meters of torque, just simply propels it from 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. You might think that there are cars out there that do it faster, but there are few cars that do it in such good looks, in such a glorious sounding exhaust note. Now in the Style Edition, which is what you're seeing behind me in this beautiful ruby red neo color, now everything has been customized. Everything is just ready to be taken from the showroom of here, either in Ara Damansara or Sungai Besi, depending on where you would like Porsche Malaysia to deliver it to you. And priced at just under 630,000 ringgit. Well, fun doesn't come in a better looking package, especially when it comes to a Porsche. So if you're looking for a car that will either match your character, or you want to surprise somebody, or perhaps even just gift yourself with something that suits your character, suits your style, and then at the same time something that is fun to drive either on a weekend or perhaps even a road trip to, let's say, Langkawi, it doesn't get better than this. So guys, this is the 718 Boxster, the Style Edition, fully customized and now ready to be yours. Check it out at either Porsche Damansara or Porsche Sungai Besi. Reach out to Porsche and they'll tell you where it will be. Thank you for watching.